Everyone, we welcome you to Mike Burcham Field at Ironton for this afternoon's OVC baseball matchup between the Ironton Fighting Tigers and the Fairland Dragons. Beautiful evening here. It didn't look like we were going to have a game at all today. We had a lot of rain here in Ironton and the tri-state area. Rain for probably an hour, hour and a half, maybe 2 hours. And this field doesn't drain the best, but it looks fantastic right now. It was a very dry infield, pitcher's mound, and home plate, so it kind of needed the rain. It got that, and they worked it over, and here we are, ready to play some baseball. Ironton and Fairland, the Fighting Tigers, won earlier this year against the Dragons, 8-0. Braden Baker pitched a complete game shutout. Ethan Sutton hit a home run, and the Tigers go for the season sweep over the Dragons. Ironton is 7-2 in the last 9 games against Fairland, including winning 6 consecutive ball games. They won both last year, 10-6 at Fairland, 5-1 here. In 2024, Ironton won 7-6 here and 9-1 at Fairland. The team split in 2023 with the Dragons winning 5-2 at Fairland. Ironton won here 2-1. The teams also split in 2022 with the Dragons winning 2-1 at Ironton. But the Fighting Tigers won 5-2 at Fairland. Fighting Tigers atop the OVC standings right now. There is a 3-way tie for the top spot in the OVC. Ironton 7-2 overall, 6-1 in the league. Fairland is 5-8 overall, 3-4 in the OVC. Ironton, Portsmouth, and Gallia Academy all sit atop the OVC standings, tied with a 6-1 league mark. Gallia Academy tonight will play host to South Point, while Portsmouth will travel to Coalgrove. Also in the OVC, Fairland is 3-4, followed by Rock Hill and Coalgrove and Chesapeake. All 3 of those schools tied at 2-5, and South Point is 1-6. Chesapeake is at Rock Hill tonight, along with the other 2 games that I just mentioned. Friday, we had a weird scenario where we had 3 10-0 games. Ironton beat Rock Hill 10-0, Portsmouth over Fairland 10-0, and Gallia Academy beat Coalgrove 10-0. Chesapeake also beat South Point by a score of 5-2. And that's where we stand in the OVC right now. Fairland warming up right now, taking in, went the distance, gave up just 5 hits, struck out 10.
There's no better place to fuel up
threw just 75 pitches in the game in the 6-inning contest. Braden Baker, 2 for 3 with an RBI. Jacob Hughes was 1 for 3 with a triple and 3 RBI. Ethan Sutton 1 for 3 with 2 runs batted in, and Tanner Kleinman was 1 for 4 with a couple of ribbies. Fairland, again, 5-8, 3-4 in the league. Lost to Portsmouth 10-0 Monday, and the Dragons had a tough time in the field. Fairland committed 6 errors on the evening. Talking with head coach Drew Clark, who's in his 3rd year at Fairland, just a bit ago before the game, and he said, we got a lot of young players, a lot of freshmen in this lineup for the Fairland Dragons, a very young baseball team.
There's no better place to fuel up before the game or celebrate a Fighting Tiger win than Patties and Pints in downtown Ironton. From gourmet burgers to crisp wings and ice-cold drafts, Patties and Pints brings big flavor and hometown pride together under one roof. Bring your team, bring your appetite, and bring your Tiger spirit. Check out the menu and game day specials at pattiesandpints.com. Patties and Pints, where Ironton eats, drink, and cheers.
When you're looking for the deal that's right for you, and you want the best quality and service too, I'm gonna tell you about the place that you should try, and this will be the only place where you buy.
For all your insurance needs, call Sheer Mountain Insurance. As an authorized agent for Ohio Mutual Insurance Group, we have the protection that's right for you and your budget. Whether it's your auto, home, farm, business, or more, Sheer Mountain Insurance can create the right Ohio Mutual policy for you. Call us at 740-532-8755.
Big shout out to the Ironton Fighting Tigers.
Everybody at 2nd Street Auto Sales is cheering you on this season. If you need a car, talk to Tina. She's out there buying at auction, hunting for deals, and bringing them back to Ironton just for you. And if she doesn't have what you're looking for, no worries. She'll find it for you, because that's what she does. She sells cars.
And lots of them.
2nd Street Auto Sales in Ironton. Honest deals. Hometown service.
Go Tigers!
Big news! Buffalo Wild Wings has great wing deals for you all week long. Come in every Tuesday for Wing Tuesdays. Grab the crew and come in for traditional wings, buy one, get one 50% off. And every Thursday is Boneless Thursday, where you'll get buy one, get one free on the delicious boneless wings. And have them spun in one of their 26 sauces and seasonings. Get them spicy, get them sweet, or get them plain. It's only at Buffalo Wild Wings in Ironton. Price and participation may vary. See server for details. Tax fees extra. Not valid with other offers.
It takes a great team to achieve mission success, and the Iron
Back at Mike Burcham Field in Ironton, the Fighting Tigers and the Fairland Dragons ready to do battle. On the diamond, let's take a look at the starting lineups here this afternoon. We'll start with the visiting team from Fairland. The Dragons will go with this lineup. Leading off and playing shortstop is Tanner Brown. Batting second, the third baseman, Chase LaPole. Hitting third and playing first base is Josh Gillespie. Nolan Fleming will do the pitching and bat fourth. Batting fifth is the designated hitter, Matt Clark. He is the DH for Owen Bumgard. Hitting sixth, second baseman Titus Martin. Batting seventh and playing center field is Landon Evans. Hitting eighth, the right fielder Aiden Napier. And batting ninth and catching is Cyrus Cummings. I guess we have the national anthem from the softball field. All right, that was our national anthem, which you probably couldn't hear, but they played it at the softball field, and we have nothing over here at Mike Burcham Field. So we took a look at the Fairland starting lineup. We'll take a look at the Fighting Tigers lineup. Leading off and pitching is Braden Baker. Batting second and catching is his battery mate, Ethan Sutton. Jacob Hughes hits third and plays second base. The cleanup hitter is Tanner Kleinman playing third base. The first baseman, Dawson Filiaw, hits fifth. Batting sixth, the shortstop, Carson Freeman. Batting seventh and doing the DHing tonight is Noah Jones, hitting for Silas Ginger in center field. Batting eighth and getting his first start as a Fighting Tiger is Jackson Lavender in left field. And batting ninth in right field is Owen Gallion. On the mound again for the Fighting Tigers, it is Braden Baker. Baker, a senior, is 1-2 on the season with a 2.42 ERA. This is his fourth appearance of the season. Baker, 17 and a third innings pitched. He's given up 15 hits, 9 runs, 6 earned. Walked 7, struck out 21. And he's out trying to pick up win number 3 on the season in his senior year. He'll be opposed by Nolan Fleming for the Fairland Dragons. Fleming, 2-1 with an 8.75 earned run average. He's thrown 12 innings, 21 hits, 22 runs, 15 of those earned, 8 walks, and 16 strikeouts. Fleming is a senior, so it's senior versus senior here this afternoon from Mike Burcham Field. 2 coaches meeting at home plate right now. John Hunt for the Fighting Tigers in his second year, and Drew Clark for the Fairland Dragons entering his third year, or in his third year as head coach for Fairland. Dragons in the green jerseys and white pants. Ironton in the black jerseys and white pants. A beautiful day as it turned out to be. Like Jimmy Cliff saying, I can see clearly now the rain is gone. And it cleared away around 1:30 or 2 o'clock this afternoon, and they got the field ready for play, and here we are. Appreciate everybody tuning in this afternoon on Total Media Sports. You're on YouTube. Glad to have you all watching this afternoon's game. Today's game, by the way, brought to you by Holy Smoke Barbecue, Ohio Valley Bank, Schmidt Family Restaurants, Shearer Mountain Insurance, 2nd Street Auto, Patties and Pints, the Armory Smokehouse, and Angel Tax and Bookkeeping. Sponsors for this afternoon's game. We'll see what the Fighting Tigers do here. A little different lineup. once again. And again, you got Jackson Lavender getting his first start as a freshman. Braden Baker, who dominated the game on the mound, did run into a few bumps in the road at Fairland on a cold afternoon in Proctorville. We'll see what he does here this afternoon against the Dragons the second time through. Umpires with the handshake of the coaches, and we're just about ready for action now. Tigers will take the field. It'll be a quiet day here at the ballpark. Tigers hit the field. We'll take a look at their defensive alignment. In the outfield, from left to right, it's Jackson Lavender, the freshman. Sophomore Silas Ginger is in center field. Ian is probably here somewhere, his older brother. And Owen Gallion, the sophomore, is in right field. Along the infield, it is senior Tanner Kleinman at third, senior Carson Freeman playing shortstop today after starting at second base all season. Jacob Hughes, sophomore, is at second base, and senior Dawson Filyaw is at first base. On the mound, senior Braden Baker, and behind the plate is junior catcher Ethan Sutton. First three hitters in the lineup for Fairland will be Tanner Brown, Chase LaPole, and Josh Gillespie. Baker, the hard-throwing right-hander for the Fighting Tigers, trying to pick up win number 3 on the season. Again, pitching the first time against Fairland and winning that game 8-0 on a chilly afternoon, but not the case today. Right here at Mike Burcham Field, which is located behind the Ironton Middle School and Elementary School. It's a beautiful 76-degree day and no rain in the forecast for the foreseeable future, not until Friday. So we should have no issues weather-wise with delays in getting this one in. All right, Braden Baker, one more pitch. And the throw down from Sutton. And we are ready to get this one underway. Tanner Brown, the shortstop, will lead things off. He's a freshman. Tanner Brown hitting .308 this season. 8 hits on the year, 5 runs batted in. Right-handed hitter standing in against Braden Baker. 300 down the line in right, 320 to left. Right center field gap by the scoreboard goes 375, and there's a 395 mark in left center field. In at the corners to start this one off, Villial at first, Kleinman at third. Braden Baker gets the sign from Sutton and delivers, and this game is underway. Check swing, but Brown did go around. Baker starts the game with a strike. First pitch, 5:43 today. 13 minutes off the schedule. Here's the 0-1, and that one catches the outside corner with a fastball, 0-2. Baker reaching back, getting a little extra more on that one. See what he comes with the 0-2 to the right-hander, Tanner Brown. Baker deals, and a breaking ball, swing and a miss. Down on strikes on 3 pitches goes Tanner Brown. Brown striking out for the 8th time this season, and Chase LaPole will step to the plate. Junior third baseman today. We've seen him play second base throughout his career, and LaPole's hitting .280 on the season. Filyaw in a couple steps on the grass at first base as Baker winds and deals, and that one is taken right at the letters for a called strike, 0-1. LaPole back to the box. Baker deals again, and this one is taken right on the corner again. Called strike, 0-2. Like the second time he's caught that corner on the second pitch. Tanner Brown took that pitch as well. 0-2. And Baker deals, breaking ball lined into left center field, right to Silas Ginger, who moves a few steps to his right, puts it away for out number 2. 2 up and 2 down. 6 pitches thus far for Braden Baker, and Josh Gillespie, the first baseman, will stand in. Gillespie's a junior, hitting .320 on the season. 8 hits, 25 at-bats, also a right-hander. Baker deals to him, and that one misses outside, ball 1. The first one out of the strike zone from Braden Baker today. Tigers looking forward to a big matchup with Portsmouth on Friday, but needing to get through Fairland here this afternoon. This one's fouled back and out of play, 1-1. You've also got the Ironton softball team playing Fairland at the field adjacent to us here. Ironton had no problem with Fairland on the softball field in the first game in Proctorville. And here's a pitch that misses inside, 2-1. Defense playing straight away for Fleming. Baker with the windup and the pitch. That one's taken right down the middle for a called strike. 2 balls and 2 strikes. Baker a pitch away from a 3-up, 3-down inning. Here's the 2-2, and that one swung on, grounded to the right side. Hughes reaches over. He fields it, flips over to Filion at first to retire the side. 4-3 on the putout. Nothing across for the Dragons in the top half of the first. We'll go to the bottom of the first. Fairland 0, Ironton coming up here on Total Media Sports.
There's no better place to fuel up before the game or celebrate a Fighting Tiger win than Patties and Pints in downtown Ironton. From gourmet burgers to crisp wings and ice-cold drafts, Patties and Pints brings big flavor and hometown pride together under one roof. Bring your team, bring your appetite, and bring your Tiger spirit. Check out the menu and game day specials at pattiesandpints.com. Patties and Pints, where Ironton eat, drink, and cheers.
When you're looking for the deal that's right for you, and you want the best quality and service too, I'm gonna tell you about the place that you should try, and this will be the only place where you buy.
For all your insurance needs, call Sheer Mountain Insurance. As an authorized agent for Ohio Mutual Insurance Group, we have the protection that's right for you and your budget. Whether it's your auto, home, farm, business, or more, Sheer Mountain Insurance can create the right Ohio Mutual policy for you. Call us at 740-532-8755.
Big shout out to the Iron.
There's no better place to fuel.
Fighting Tigers coming to bat in the bottom of the first inning, shutting Fairland out in the top half of the inning. Braden Baker, Ethan Sutton, Jacob Hughes, the first 3 hitters to face Nolan Fleming, the left-hander for the Dragons. Nolan Fleming, 2-1 on the season. He's appeared in 7 games this year. His ERA is 8.75. 12 innings pitched, 21 hits, 22 runs, but 15 of those were earned. 8 walks and 16 strikeouts on the year for the senior lefty. Opponents hitting .344 off of him and .459 on base percentage. Throw down from Cyrus Cummings to second base, and ready to start the bottom half of the first inning. Defensively, the Dragons look like this. In the outfield, it's Owen Bumgard in left, Landon Evans in center, Aiden Napier in right field. Along the infield, Chase LaPole is at third base, Tanner Brown at shortstop, Titus Martin is at second base, and Josh Gillespie is at first. Cyrus Cummings is the catcher, and on the mound, it is left-hander Nolan Fleming. Braden Baker stands in for the Fighting Tigers, leading things off. Baker this season hitting .273. Started off a little bit slow, but has really picked things up to get his average up. He takes the first pitch from Fleming for a called strike. 0-1. Fleming deals. Baker takes right on the outside corner. Called strike, 0-2. Baker, 9 hits in 33 at-bats this year. And the 0-2 to him is swung on and chopped to short. Brown is over and has it go right under his glove and into left field. That's going to be an error. And again, that's been an issue for the Dragons as of late. They had 6 errors in the loss to Portsmouth Monday night when they lost 10-0. So Baker's aboard, and Ethan Sutton, the catcher, will step to the plate. Sutton, .333 on the season, leads the team with 14 runs batted in, leads the team with 2 home runs, should be 3. Had one against Wheelersburg. He squares to bunt here and pulls the bat back, takes inside for ball 1. Sutton usually in that 4 spot in the lineup. Bumped him up to 2 today. Fleming with the stretch, and Baker goes. Here's a hot shot to third base, and under the glove of LaPole. That one's into left field. And that one's a base hit. And we call it a hit. What do you think, Chase? Base hit or an error? Base hit? Call it a base hit for Sutton. That's Chase Freeman called that one, so there you go. Don't yell at me. First and second with nobody out, and sophomore Jacob Hughes will step to the plate. Hughes leading the team in hitting at .414. 12 hits on the season. That also leads the team. And he is a threat on the base paths. But he has 2 runners in front of him here. Hughes, the second baseman today. Fleming deals, and Hughes takes that one inside, ball 1. Jacob has caught. He's pitched. He's played second base. I believe first base as well. Here's the 1-0. That one catches the outside corner at the letters for a called strike, 1-1. Opportunity here for the Fighting Tigers to strike early and jump on top of Fleming. Fleming checks second, deals to the plate. Hughes swings and misses. Big cut there for Jacob. And he falls behind 1-2. Tanner Kleinman, third baseman, on deck. Fleming with the 1-2, and that one is fouled over the first base dugout and toward the softball field. So Hughes stays alive. It's a ball and 2 strikes. Infield straight away. Center fielder Landon Evans shading Hughes to the left field side. And the 1-2, swing and a miss at the breaking ball, and Hughes goes down on strikes for out number 1. That'll bring Tanner Kleinman to the plate. Tanner, senior, struggling at the plate this year. He did have an RBI, 1 for 4 last game, but hitting .188 this year. Runners at first and second, and Kleinman fouls this one out of play toward the softball field. Ironton Fairland softball right now, and a big game tomorrow at the softball field as Ironton plays host to Cabell Midland, the number 1 team in Class 4A in West Virginia. We'll have that one for you on Total Media Sports. Kleinman takes this pitch just off the plate to even the count at 1-1. Midland 16-1 on the season, but Ironton's playing some good softball right now. They're unbeaten in league play. They sit atop the OVC. Here's the 1-1. Kleinman swings and grounds this one up the middle. It is fielded by Brown at short. He touches the bag at second, throws over to first in time for the out. So Kleinman grounds into a 6 unassisted double play to retire the side. Tigers get no runs, 1 hit, 1 error. They leave a runner, and 1 inning in the books here at Mike Burcham Field with the Fighting Tigers and Dragons, 0-0 here on Total Media Sports.
There's no better place to fuel up before the game or celebrate a Fighting Tiger win than Patties and Pints in downtown Ironton. From gourmet burgers to crisp wings and ice-cold drafts, Patties and Pints brings big flavor and hometown pride together under one roof. Bring your team, bring your appetite, and bring your Tiger spirit. Check out the menu and game day specials at pattiesandpints.com. Patties and Pints, where Ironton eats, drink, and cheers.
When you're looking for the deal that's right for you, and you want the best quality and service too, I'm gonna tell you about the place that you should try, and this will be the only place where you buy.
For all your insurance needs, call Sheer Mountain Insurance. As an authorized agent for Ohio Mutual Insurance Group, we have the protection that's right for you and your budget. Whether it's your auto, home, farm, business, or more, Sheer Mountain Insurance can create the right Ohio Mutual policy for you. Call us at 740-532-8755.
Big shout out to the
Back at Mike Burcham Field, no score. Ironton and Fairland Tigers had 2 runners on in the bottom of the first inning, but couldn't capitalize. Strikeout double play to end the inning. Fairland went 3 up and 3 down in the top of the first. They'll send 4, 5, and 6 up to face Braden Baker out for his second inning of work. Nolan Fleming, Matt Clark, and Titus Martin will be the first 3 hitters facing Braden Baker. Ironton back in action Friday. They travel to Portsmouth. Big OVC matchup. Tigers will return home on the 27th, which is next Monday when they take on Chesapeake. All right, here's Fleming. Facing Braden Baker, and Nolan Fleming is hitting .280 this season. Lefty facing the righty. Braden Baker, first pitch on the outside corner, fastball, called strike 0-1. Fleming, part of a small senior class on this Fairland baseball team, chops this one right back to the mound where Braden Baker fields and underhands to Philyaw for out number 1. 1-3 on the putout for out number 1. Matt Clark, the DH, will step to the plate. Clark is a freshman. I mentioned Fleming as part of a small senior class. There are only 2 seniors on this Fairland team, and that's pitcher and catcher, Nolan Fleming and Cyrus Cummings. A very young team for Coach Drew Clark. In at the corners for Matt Clark. Check swing. Misses away, ball 1. Clark this season hitting .231. 3 hits, 13 bats. Baker deals and check swing that misses just off the plate, 2-0. Really for the first time today, Braden Baker working from behind. There's a 2-0, and that one catches the corner for a called strike, 2-1. Matt Clark, DH, hitting for Owen Bumgard in left field. Clark back to the box. Here's the 2-1 delivery, and that one is taken same spot. Fastball right on the corner, 2-2. Two balls, 2 strikes, 1 away in the second inning, still scoreless at Mike Burcham Field. There's a 2-2 from Baker, and boy, that's awfully close. He's working that corner for sure. First time we got a full count here from Braden Baker. Fairland without a base runner for the first 4 batters. Will they get one here? 3-2. Swing and a miss, and Clark goes down on strikes. That's number 2 on the afternoon for Braden Baker. And quickly, there are 2 away in the Fairland second inning, and that'll bring Titus Martin, the second baseman, to the plate. Martin, also a freshman, struggled this year, hitting .111. Thrown into the fire. First pitch to him is fouled first base side off the facing of the dugout. Martin falls behind 0-1. Tigers have had solid pitching here in 2026. As a team, their ERA is under 1.5 or below 1.5. The 0-1, swing and a miss at the breaking ball. Martin falls behind 0-2. Baker trying for another 3-up, 3-down inning. And deals the 0-2. That's a breaking ball that misses low and away, 1-2. Baker back to the mound. Into the windup. And the 1-2 pitch, that one misses well off the plate. Tried that corner again, but just missing off the edge of the plate. 2-2. Here's the 2-2. Taken just a bit low. Half of the team, I think about 7 of the 9 players started to head to the dugout for Ironton. They thought that was strike 3. Home plate umpire said, "No, just a bit low." Pump the brakes on that trip to the dugout for a minute. Tigers get back to their positions. Baker back to the mound, and the payoff pitch once again. Swing and a miss, and that's strikeout number 3 for Shake and Bake. 3 up, 3 down again for the Dragons, and we'll go to the bottom of the second inning. No score. Ironton Fairland here on Total Media Sports.
There's no better place to fuel up before the game or celebrate a Fighting Tiger win than Patties and Pints in downtown Ironton. From gourmet burgers to crisp wings and ice-cold drafts, Patties and Pints brings big flavor and hometown pride together under one roof. Bring your team, bring your appetite, and bring your Tiger spirit. Check out the menu and game day specials at pattiesandpints.com. Patties and Pints, where Ironton eats, drink, and cheers.
When you're looking for the deal that's right for you, and you want the best quality and service too, I'm gonna tell you about the place that you should try, and this will be the only place where you buy.
For all your insurance needs, call Sheer Mountain Insurance. As an authorized agent for Ohio Mutual Insurance Group, we have the protection that's right for you and your budget, whether it's your auto, home, farm, business.
Fighting Tigers come to the plate in the bottom of the second inning with no score. Ironton and Fairland. It'll be 5, 6, and 7 due up against Nolan Fleming. Lefty versus lefty to start things off, as senior Dawson Filyaw will lead off against senior Nolan Fleming. Filyaw second on the team and hitting at .346. A tough day at the plate against Rock Hill. Leads it off here against the left-handed throwing Nolan Fleming. Filyaw had a nice little write-up in the Huntington Herald-Dispatch today from Tim Stevens. Did a little feature story on him. Fleming delivers, and the first pitch is taken down the middle for a called strike, 0-1. If you're looking for a copy of that paper, I only bought 4. So it's still out there if you want to get it. Here's the 0-1. That one misses high, 1-1. .452 on base percentage for the senior. And the 1-1 to him. Swung on, grounded to the right side in the hole. It's going to be scooped up by the second baseman, and a late cover by the first baseman. Good hustle played back by Josh Gillespie. He went for that ball initially. Saw that he couldn't get it, hustled back, and took the throw from Titus Martin for the out. 4-3 on the putout. Carson Freeman, the shortstop, will stand in. Freeman 214 on the year. 3 runs batted in. Fleming deals. Freeman takes. High ball 1. Try to keep you updated on games around the OVC today and the softball game as well. Freeman swings and misses at the 1-0 offering, and the count is even at a ball and a strike. Takes a fastball. Ooh. Inside corner, I guess. 1 ball, 2 strikes. Softball team, Ironton, leading Fairland right now, 3-1. Freeman pops this one. Foul territory, first base side. Gillespie over near the fence. It hits the top of the fence and then bounces out of play. Didn't know how much room he had over there. I don't think anybody in the dugout told him. Middle of the second inning on the softball field. Ironton up 3-1. Ava Bill pitching again. for the Tigers. Carson Freeman here, down 1 ball, 2 strikes with 1 out. Fleming delivers, and Freeman swings at the breaking ball, hits it to the left side. Shortstop Tanner Brown bobbles it. Long throw across, not in time. Freeman beats that one out. Freeman hustling down the line. If Brown makes that play cleanly, he probably gets Carson. It'll be an error on the shortstop. I'll bring up Noah Jones. Jones with his first at bat of the season. He is the DH here today. Jones hitting for Silas Ginger. Freeman gets his lead at first, and Jones takes this one inside ball 1. Tigers shuffling the lineup a bit this afternoon. A couple players out today. Freeman again gets his lead at first. Fleming checks Freeman. Now delivers to the plate, and Jones takes it inside, 2-0. Talk about a guy making his first plate appearance in a varsity uniform. You've got another one standing on deck in Jackson Lavender. There's a 2-0, missing high and away, 3-0. I don't want to say it's his first appearance in a varsity uniform for Jackson Lavender. He actually played left field for half an inning in the opener. There's a 3-0, and Jones takes it high, ball 4. So the Tigers have 2 runners aboard once again. Did in the first inning, double play ended it. They do here in the second inning for Jackson Lavender. Again, first plate appearance for the freshman. First walk issued by Nolan Fleming. Josh Gillespie creeping well in on the grass at first base, expecting bunt, but Lavender takes the first pitch on the corner for a called strike. Gillespie staying in on the grass with an 0-1 count. Lavender swings at the breaking ball and misses and falls behind 0-2. So now Gillespie will go back to the bag at first base, and they'll play Lavender straight away. 0-2 with 1 out. All speed on the corner, outside corner. Lavender goes down looking. That is strikeout number 2 for Nolan Fleming, and the Tigers have 2 away for the number 9 hitter, Owen Gallion. Gallion, 1 hit this season, 13 at-bats. Throw back to second base. Chasing Freeman back to the bag. Gallion, the sophomore, playing with a little bit of confidence right now, getting more playing time, and he takes the breaking ball in the outside corner, called strike, 0-1. OG, Owen Gallion, 3 runs scored. Freeman breaks for third. A pitch out. Throw down to third base is not in time. Freeman has a stolen base. Jones advances as well. So a steal for both players, and 2 runners now in scoring position for Owen Gallion with a 1-1 count. Owen has a propensity to hit it to the right side, and there's a big gap in right center field if he can find that. 1-1, swing and a miss. Falls behind 1-2. Tigers have had difficulty getting runners in. They've left 66 on base this season. And the 1-2 to Gallion. Swing and a miss. High fastball, and Owen Gallion goes down on strikes, and the Tigers strand 2 in the bottom of the second inning. No runs, no hit. There was an error. 2 runners left on base. 2 complete at Mike Burcham Field. Ironton Fairland scoreless here on Total Media Sports.
Big shout out to the Ironton Fighting Tigers.
Everybody at 2nd Street Auto Sales is cheering you on this season. If you need a car, talk to Tina. She's out there buying at auction, hunting for deals, and bringing them back to Ironton just for you. And if she doesn't have what you're looking for, no worries. She'll find it for you, because that's what she does. She sells cars, and lots of them. 2nd Street Auto Sales in Ironton. Honest deals. Hometown service.
Go Tigers!
Big news! Buffalo Wild Wings has great wing deals for you all week long. Come in every Tuesday for Wing Tuesdays. Grab the crew and come in for traditional wings, buy one, get one 50% off. And every Thursday is Boneless Thursday, where you'll get buy one, get one free on the delicious boneless wings. And have them spun in one of their 26 sauces and seasonings. Get them spicy, get them sweet, or get them plain. It's only at Buffalo Wild Wings in Ironton. Price and participation may vary. See server for details. Tax fees extra. Not valid with other offers.
It takes a great team to achieve mission success, and the Ironton Fighting
2 innings complete here at Mike Burcham Field. We're scoreless, Ironton and Fairland. Glad you could tune in on Total Media Sports. Watching on YouTube. Today's game is brought to you by Holy Smoke Barbecue, Ohio Valley Bank, Schmidt Family Restaurants, Buffalo Wild Wings and Wendy's, Sheer Mountain Insurance, 2nd Street Auto Sales, Patties and Pints, the Armory Smokehouse, and Angel Tax and Bookkeeping this afternoon. Braden Baker out for inning number 3, facing the bottom third of the order for Fairland. 7, 8, and 9, Landon Evans, Aiden Napier, and Cyrus Cummings. Landon Evans, junior center fielder, standing in for the first time against Baker. Check some scores from around the OVC in just a moment. In at the corners again. Kleiman at third, Philyaw at first. Both in on the grass, protecting against a bunt. First pitch to Evans. Misses high and away, ball 1. Evans swings and misses, and the count evens at a ball and a strike. Evans hitting 143 on the season. Couple of knocks and 14 trips to the plate. Baker working quickly. Here's the 1-1. That one misses away, 2-1. Seven freshmen on this Fairland team. Really young baseball team. 2-1. That one catches the corner to even the count at 2-2. Ginger in shallow in center field. The 2-2 swing and a miss in the dirt. Sutton scoops it up and tags out Landon Evans for out number 1. That is strikeout number 4 for Braden Baker. He's had at least 1 in each of the first 3 innings thus far. He had 2 in the second. Aiden Napier, the right fielder, will step to the plate. Napier, another freshman, getting the start for Coach Drew Clark. Napier hitting 154 this year. And again, Philyaw in on the grass at first base, and the first pitch to Napier is a breaking ball. It's taken for a called strike, 0-1. Baker deals again. That one misses away with the fastball to even the count at 1 ball, 1 strike. A quiet afternoon, quiet crowd here today. Here's a pop foul. First base side. Ball, 2 strikes. Almost hit the trainer, Chris Smith, who's in between fields right now. Here's the 1-2. Breaking ball in the corner for a called strike. Napier goes down looking. Back-to-back strikeouts to start the third for Braden Baker. That's strikeout number 5. Cyrus Cummings will step to the plate. Cummings, one of 2 seniors on this Fairland baseball team. He's hitting 125 this year. Struggled at the plate. Portsmouth and Colgrove tied at 1 right now. The game played at Dawson Bryant High School. Here's a ground ball to short. Freeman fields it cleanly. Long throw across is in time for the out. 3 up, 3 down again for Fairland. Nothing across. We'll go to the bottom of the third. Ironton Fairland still scoreless here on Total Media Sports.
It takes a great team to achieve mission success, and the Ironton Fighting Tigers know that teamwork makes all the difference. The mission at the Armory Smokehouse is to deliver the highest quality food and excellent customer service to every guest. That's done through teamwork. communications, and respect. There's been many courageous men and women who have walked these very floors and have used the same philosophy while defending our freedom and country. The Armory Smokehouse, 920 Vernon Street, Ironton.
When you're looking for the deal that's right for you, and you want the best quality and service too, I'm gonna tell you about the place that you should try, and this will be the only place where you buy.
What do you look for in an insurance agency? Honesty, reliability, experience? You'll find them all and more at Sheer Mountain Insurance. Whether it's auto, home, life, business, or more, see Sheer Mountain Insurance, 209 South 3rd Street in Ironton. Call 740-532-8755 for affordable, reliable insurance when you need it most.
Ironton back to the top of the lineup as they try to get something going offensively against Nolan Fleming here in the top of the third inning. No score. Fighting Tigers and the Dragons. Updating you on some games from around the OVC. Portsmouth and Colgrove, mentioned that before the break, tied at 1. That game is at Colgrove, and again, both teams tied at 1. Portsmouth actually just took the lead. They're up 2-1. That game is in the middle of the third inning right now. Gallia Academy is at home against South Point. They lead that game by a score of 4-1, and that is in the bottom of the third inning at Gallia Academy. Chesapeake in action today as well, and they're playing Rock Hill. They have a 2-1 lead at Rock Hill, playing on the turf out at Rock Hill High School. That one's in the bottom of the third as well. So all the games right in the same area, vicinity, inning-wise. Tigers will come to bat again here in the bottom of the third with the top of the order, and Braden Baker will stand in. Baker reached on an error in the first inning in his only plate appearance. Big gap in right center field as Evans is playing to the left field side, anticipating the pull. Baker takes first pitch high and away, ball 1. Fleming has pitched pretty well thus far against the Tigers, and Baker sends one into right center field. Napier giving chase, and he makes a running catch, a long run for Aiden Napier, the freshman, but he runs it down, and Baker is retired on the fly out to right field. So tough luck there for Braden Baker, as Napier was well toward the foul line, but that one hung up there long enough for him to chase it down. One away for Ethan Sutton. Sutton has Ironton's only hit today. He singled by Chase LaPole at third base in the first inning. He takes the first pitch low and in, ball 1. LaPole in on the grass at third base. Sutton chops this one. A weak roller back to the mound. Fleming bobbles it and can't pick it up in time. That's going to be an error on the pitcher. I think he was kind of losing his glasses or something there and just couldn't find the ball. And Ethan Sutton is aboard for the second time. Another Fairland error. That's their third in as many innings. Now the Tigers just have to capitalize on that. They weren't able to do it in either the first or the second inning, stranding 2 in the second and grounding into a double play in the first. Jacob Hughes, 0 for 1 today, struck out in the first inning. Sutton gets his lead. Hughes squares to bunt, and that one is called a foul ball. I guess Jacob bunted it off his shin. No balls and a strike. Chase LaPole in on the grass at third. Well in on the grass at third. Sutton leads at first. The throw back, and Sutton dives back in time. It scoots away from first baseman Josh Gillespie, but not far enough to enable Sutton to move on to second base. Sutton has 7 stolen bases this year, which is second on the team. Hughes swings and pops this one foul, backing out of play. He's 0-2. Tigers are aggressive on the base paths. They've stolen 42 bases this year. Again, Sutton with 7. 0-2. Fleming sets and deals to Hughes. Swing and a miss, and Jacob Hughes goes down on strikes for the second consecutive at-bat. That's strikeout number 3 for Nolan Fleming, and Tanner Kleinman will step to the plate. Kleinman grounded into a double play in his first at-bat. We get a balk called. Nolan Fleming didn't come set on that pitch. Sutton was going on the pitch, but Fleming didn't come set. So that's a balk, moving Sutton to second base. Kleinman with a chance to pick up an RBI. Could be his 4th of the season. See if he can do that here. With 2 away in the bottom of the 3rd. Fastball missing high and away, ball 1. Kleinman back after shoulder surgery. Told me before the game he actually threw a bullpen yesterday. Felt pretty good. Here's the 1-0 to him. Swung on, grounded in the hole. Shortstop Tanner Brown is over. Fields it. Long throw across, not in time. Kleinman beats it out. That's an infield single. So now the Tigers have runners at first and third with 2 away for the first baseman, Dawson Philyaw. Tigers threatened in the first with 2 aboard and nobody out. Scored nothing. They threatened in the second with runners at second and third and couldn't score. And 2 runners aboard again with 2 outs, and Philyaw needs a big 2-out base hit here. First pitch to him as Kleinman goes. The pitch is taken. The throw comes down and gets away from the shortstop. Gets by Brown, but not far enough to get Sutton home. Stolen base for Kleinman, and good heads-up play by Titus Martin to back up on that. Otherwise, Sutton scores and the Tigers lead. Now 2 runners in scoring position. An 0-1 pitch coming to Philyaw. And he takes that one low and away. Good pick up by Cyrus Cummings behind the plate. Evens the count at 1-1. Philyaw this season with 5 runs batted in. Good opportunity for a base hit here. See if he can poke one into the outfield somewhere and get a couple home. Here's the 1-1. Swung on and chopped foul at the plate, 1-2. Oh, can the Tigers come up with a big clutch hit? Nolan Fleming. It's the sign from Cyrus Cummings. Works from the stretch again. And the 1-2. That one misses high and away, 2-2. First train of the day here at Mike Burcham Field, rolling past the right field fence. Fleming sets. 2-2 pitch with 2 outs. Philyaw swings and misses, and that retires the side. The Tigers come away empty again. They have stranded 2 more runners. No runs, 1 hit, 1 error, 2 left. And after 3, Ironton and Fairland scoreless here on Total Media Sports.
Every life tells a story that's worth remembering. Here at McCoy Funeral Home and Workman Monuments, we're honored to walk beside you, serving our community, friends, and families with compassion, care, and dignity. When you need us the most, we're here. Visit McCoyMoore.com and WorkmanMonuments.com to see how we can help guide you through life's most difficult moments.
This list is going to take forever.
At Home National Bank, we take the stress out of a busy day.
Well, I better get started.
With our detailed online and mobile banking, we can save you time for the important things you need to do. Visit any of our locations at Racine, Syracuse, Middleport, coming soon to Ravenswood, West Virginia.
Go to bank. Got that done. Now that was easy peasy lemon squeezy.
Home National Bank. It's easy peasy lemon squeezy. It's also FDIC insured and equal housing lender.
There's no better place to fuel up before the game or celebrate a Fighting Tiger win than Patties and Pints in downtown.
3 innings complete here at Mike Burcham Field. Scoreless, Ironton and Fairland. The Dragons, no runs, no hits. They've committed 3 errors and no runners stranded on base. Ironton, no runs, 2 hits. They have not committed an error, but they have stranded 5 runners in the first 3 innings of play. Frustration may be setting in early on here for the Tigers as they have not had the offensive production they had hoped to have here today. After scoring 10 runs against Rock Hill Monday, so far Nolan Fleming is keeping Ironton off the board. Sutton with the throw down to second. Braden Baker out for his 4th inning of work. Going through the lineup the second time here as Tanner Brown will lead things off. First 3 hitters. Tanner Brown, Chase LaPole, and Josh Gillespie for the Dragons. In at the corners once again, guarding against the bunt. Tanner Brown, the freshman. Baker with the windup, and the first pitch as Brown squares to bunt, lays one down first base side. Philyaw, nope, Sutton can't get it. Sutton called off Philyaw, then couldn't pick up the baseball. That'll be an error. E2. And Fairland has its first base runner of the game. Tanner Brown reaches base. And Coach John Hunt is coming out to discuss something with the home plate umpire. I don't know if he's looking for possible interference from Brown. The 2 umpires will gather together in front of the pitcher's mound and discuss it. Say, what did you see? Well, here's what I saw. What did you see? No interference, so the runner stays at first base. Dragons with their first base runner of the day. Comes in the 4th inning, and Chase LaPole will step to the plate. Wouldn't be surprised to see him square around a bunt as well in a game like this where runs are hard to come by. You try to get runners in scoring position anytime you can, and Chase LaPole is 0 for 1 today. He flew out to Silas Ginger, snap throw to first, and that'll chase Tanner Brown back to the bag. LaPole has not had a sacrifice hit all year, and he's squaring to bunt, lays one down first base side again. Baker off the mound. Fields flips to first in time for the out. So there's the first sacrifice hit of the season for Chase LaPole, or sacrifice bunt. That gets Brown to second base, 1-3 on the putout for out number 1, and Josh Gillespie will step to the plate. Gillespie, the junior first baseman, checking the wristband for the play call. Brown at second base. Philyaw in at first base, guarding against another possible bunt. And Gillespie squares to bunt, and he pulls this one back, and they had the little wheel play on. They got Tanner Kleinman to charge at third. Freeman couldn't get over to third base in time, and you send the runner. And that's a stolen base and a strike. So now the Dragons have a runner 90 feet away, threatening for the first run of the game for Josh Gillespie. Tigers will bring the infield in. Guarding against the bunt, Gillespie squares again, pulls the bat back. This one was outside, though, 1-1. Wasn't necessarily a squeeze bunt, more of a safety squeeze kind of a situation. And Gillespie back to the box. Filia almost halfway down the line at first base. Hughes in 2 steps on the grass at second. And another pitch that's missed outside, 2-1. And now Gillespie calls time to go down to third base and talk with his head coach, Drew Clark. Fairland again 5-8 this season, 3-4 in the OVC. Looking to score a huge upset today, as they have lost to Ironton 6 straight times. Ironton 7-2 in the last 9. Infield still in, 2-1. Baker sets, and the throw to third. Just kind of keeping Tanner Brown honest there at third base. But Gillespie did square to bunt again. With Filia that close, you're going to have Jacob Hughes covering first base on a bunt. And the bunt, nope. And the throw down, and it gets by Carson Freeman into left field, and we'll have our first run of the game. An errant throw from Sutton enables the first run to score as Tanner Brown trots home from third base. They had the squeeze bunt on that time, and Brown was halfway down the line. Sutton tried to pick him off at third, but it goes into left field, and Fairland now leads it 1-0. Josh Gillespie with a 2-2 count on him. Baker deals, check swing, misses away, full count. And Braden Baker still has not given up a hit. Tigers trail it 1-0. And check swing in the dirt, ball 4. Gillespie down to first base. Nolan Fleming will step to the plate. Throw to first. Not in time. Gillespie dives back to the bag after the quick tag was applied by Filia. Baker's got a pretty smooth move on a pickoff attempt to first base. Quick snap throw. He deals to Fleming, and he grounds this one to shortstop. Carson Freeman fields it over to second, and it is caught by Jacob Hughes, falling to his right, kept his foot on the bag. So it's a fielder's choice for Nolan Fleming. 6-4 on the putouts. We're 2 away. And Matt Clark will step to the plate. Fleming at first. Baker sets and deals with 2 away. Swung on, chopped to short again. High hop for Freeman. He'll throw across the diamond in time to Filia for out number 3. But the Dragons push one across without the benefit of a base hit. 1 run, no hits, 2 errors, 1 runner left on base. We'll go to the bottom of 4 with Fairland now on top of Ironton 1-0 on Total Media Sports.
There's no better place to fuel up before the game or celebrate a Fighting Tiger win than Patties and Pints in downtown Ironton. From gourmet burgers to crisp wings and ice-cold drafts, Patties and Pints brings big flavor and hometown pride together under one roof. Bring your team, bring your appetite, and bring your Tiger spirit. Check out the menu and game day specials at pattiesandpints.com. Patties and Pints, where Ironton eats, drink, and cheers.
When you're looking for the deal that's right for you, and you want the best quality and service too, I'm gonna tell you about the place that you should try, and this will be the only place where you buy
For all your insurance needs, call Sheer Mountain Insurance. As an authorized agent for Ohio Mutual Insurance Group, we have the protection that's right for you and your budget. Whether it's your auto, home, farm, business, or more, Sheer Mountain Insurance can create the right Ohio Mutual policy for you. Call us at 740-532-8755.
Big shout out to the Iron.
Fairland with a run in the top of the fourth. Ironton trying to answer here in the bottom of four. 1-0. Dragons on top of the Fighting Tigers. Ironton will have 6, 7, and 8 due up facing Nolan Fleming. Fleming, who has pitched well. He's given up just 2 hits to the Fighting Tigers. He's been in a jam in each of the first 3 innings, but has worked his way out of it. Tigers had runners at second and third in the second inning, but he struck out back-to-back hitters. Tigers with runners at second and third and 2 outs in the third inning and got a strikeout to end the inning. He struck out 5 today. And Carson Freeman will step to the plate, trying to get things started offensively for the Fighting Tigers against the left-handed senior Nolan Fleming. Freeman's 0 for 1 today. First pitch to him is taken on the outside corner for a called strike. 0-1. He did reach base, though. He reached base on an error in the second inning. And the 0-1 is taken low, ball 1. In a big gap in right center field. There's a 1-1. Freeman chops this one back to the mound. Fleming off the mound, field, spins, throws, and got Freeman. 1-3 on the putout. One away for Noah Jones. Jones with his second plate appearance. First at bat. He walked in the second inning. Right-hander Jones swings and chops this one to third. That one's going to be fielded by LaPole. Long throw off balance, and it gets by the first baseman, Josh Gillespie. Jones is on his way to second base, hustling down, and he'll make it. That'll be a 2-base throwing error on Chase LaPole, and the Tigers again with a runner in scoring position. Got to be able to get these guys in. And Jackson Lavender will step to the plate. Lavender 0 for 1. He struck out looking in the second inning. Freshman facing the senior. Gillespie in on the grass at first base. And Lavender, this one gets off the mitt of Cummings. Jones hustles down to third base, and that's going to be a wild pitch. I know it hit the mitt, but that was well outside, and Cummings couldn't do anything but just get his mitt on it. So the tying run is now 90 feet away for Jackson Lavender. Gillespie still in on the grass at first. LaPole in on the grass at third. In fact, they're in all the way around, and Lavender takes this 1-0 pitch down low, 2-0. They're in all around for Lavender, and the 2-0 swing and a miss at the high cheese. 2-1. And center fielder Landon Evans playing pretty deep right now. Just a little bloop over the head of the infielders. It's a 2-1. That one is on the inside corner, 2-2. Big pitch here for Fleming with 1 away and a runner at third base. 2 balls, 2 strikes. And the pitch to Lavender. Swings and bloops this one into right center field. That's down for a base hit. Noah Jones scores, and we are tied. Jackson Lavender gets his first base hit as a varsity Tiger and first RBI. 1-1 is the score. Good piece of hitting right there with 2 strikes, just poking it over the drawn-in infield. It wasn't hit deep into the outfield, just maybe a couple of feet into the grass, but that's all it takes. And Owen Gallion will now step to the plate. Lavender leads at first. Gallion swings to the right side. Slow roller. It's going to be picked up by Martin. He'll throw, not in time. Oh, not in time. Come on. Matt Stunnebeck at first base said, if we had review, we would review that one. Owen Gallion is so fast down the line on a slow roller, and honestly, I think he beat that one out. And now Coach Drew Clark is asking if that ball actually hit Jackson Lavender on the roller to second base. And if that's the case, then you'll have Lavender out and Owen Gallion will be at first base. But I don't know that they will overturn that. And they will not. So Lavender will stay at second base. 4-3 on the putout of Owen Gallion. And I put putout in air quotes. I think Gallion beat that one out. Back to the top of the lineup for Braden Baker. Baker looking for his first hit of the day, and if he gets one here, the Tigers could potentially have the lead. Fleming delivers, and Baker swings and sends a high fly ball into short left field. Bumgard running up. He can't make it. It drops right in front of him, and that's going to be a base hit. Bumgard playing deep in left field, and Baker just blooped that one into short left. Bumgard did hustle up to keep Lavender at third base. Although with two outs, you think he's running and could have potentially scored there. But with first and third, Ethan Sutton will stand at the plate. Sutton, the owner of one of two Ironton hits. Baker leads at first base. Sutton squares, pulls the bat back. That just enables Baker to trot down to second base. Defensive indifference there, not a steal. Sutton is behind in the count 0-1. Now Ethan with a chance to drive in a couple of more. Team leader in RBIs this year. The 0-1 pitch, and that one's a breaking ball in the dirt, 1-1. Sutton this season has driven in 14. Nice to see him pick up 15 and 16 right here. 1 ball, 1 strike, 2 outs. Bottom of the fourth, game tied at 1. Sutton calls time. Sutton has found a home behind the plate, catching for the Fighting Tigers most of the season. Here's the 1-1. Sutton swings and sends a long fly ball into left center field. Evans giving chase, and he'll run it down. Well, he ran a long way to catch that one. Shading Sutton to the left field side, still had to go a long way, and just a long fly out for Ethan Sutton to retire the side. But the Tigers even the score. They get 1 run on 2 base hits. There was an error, and 2 runners again left on base for the Fighting Tigers. That's 7 stranded runners through the first 4 innings. Fighting Tigers Dragons tied at 1 after 4, and we're back after this timeout on Total Media Sports.
Big shout out to the Ironton Fighting Tigers.
Everybody at 2nd Street Auto Sales is cheering you on this season. If you need a car, talk to Tina. She's out there buying at auction, hunting for deals, and bringing them back to Ironton just for you. And if she doesn't have what you're looking for, no worries. She'll find it for you, because that's what she does. She sells cars, and lots of them. 2nd Street Auto Sales in Ironton. Honest deals. Hometown service.
Go Tigers!
Big news! Buffalo Wild Wings has great wing deals for you all week long. Come in every Tuesday for Wing Tuesdays. Grab the crew and come in for traditional wings, buy one, get one 50% off. And every Thursday is Boneless Thursday, where you'll get buy one, get one free on the delicious boneless wings. And have them spun in one of their 26 sauces and seasonings. Get them spicy, get them sweet, or get them plain. It's only at Buffalo Wild Wings in Ironton. Price and participation may vary. See server for details. Tax fees extra. Not valid with other offers.
It takes a great team to achieve.
Tigers even the game at 1 apiece, picking up a run in the bottom of the 4th. I'm going back and kind of reviewing that out at first base on Owen Gallion. It looked like he beat that throw. Past the bag. But umpire called him out. That's what you have to live with. 6, 7, and 8 due up in the 5th inning here for the Dragons. Titus Martin, Landon Evans, and Aiden Napier facing Braden Baker. Dragons with 1 run, no hits here this afternoon. Scores from around the OVC. Chesapeake is at Rock Hill today, and Rock Hill has gone on top. It's 6-2 in the top of the 4th inning out at Rock Hill. Valley Academy tied for the top spot in the OVC with Portsmouth and Ironton. They are at home today, and they are leading South Point by a score of 9-1. That game is in the 4th inning. And the other team atop the OVC is Portsmouth. They are at Colgrove this evening, and right now they lead 4-3 in the bottom of the 4th inning. And Colgrove has the bases loaded with 1 out in the 4th inning. Kind of keep you updated on that one. All right, Titus Martin, second baseman, standing in against Braden Baker for the 2nd time. All right, little delay before the start of this inning. Martin in against Baker. Baker deals, and it's a breaking ball taken on the corner for a called strike, 0-1. Titus Martin's 0 for 1 today. He struck out looking in the 2nd inning. Squares the bunt here, lays one down first base side. It's going to be picked up in foul or touched in foul territory by Ethan Sutton. That was close. It was close, right on the line, and I guess Sutton touched it when it squirted to the right. It was moving kind of back and forth along that line. And Martin with a chance to get on with a bunt single, but foul ball. No balls, 2 strikes. Baker with the 0-2. Swing and a miss at the breaking ball. Swung at a pitch outside the zone, but Titus Martin goes down on strikes for the 2nd time this afternoon. That's strikeout number 6 for Baker. And Landon Evans will come to the plate. Evans made a great running catch in left center field to end the Tiger 4th inning, which would have scored a couple of runs. Evans is a junior, and he calls time to head down to talk with Drew Clark, Dragons head coach. Ilya well in on the grass at first base, guarding against a bunt from Evans, who is swinging away and takes the first pitch breaking ball at the letters for a called strike, 0-1. He squares the bunt here, lays one down. Sutton will pick it up, flip to first base. Hughes covers as Filya is charging. Well, the home plate umpire called him out anyway. He was out of the batter's box when he bunted. So that'll be out number 2. And Aiden Napier will step to the plate. Baker with the first pitch, Napier with a check swing. It's a curveball that catches the corner. Called strike. Napier 0 for 1 today. He struck out looking in the first at bat in the 3rd inning. Takes his fastball well off the plate. 1-1. Dragons got a run in the 4th without picking up a base hit. Here's a line shot toward Freeman. It's over his outstretched glove into left center field, picked up by Silas Ginger, and that is the first base hit of the game for the Dragons. It comes from the 8-hitter Aiden Napier, who's a freshman. Just a little blooper, but as they say, it's like a line drive in the scorebook. You go from freshman to senior. Cyrus Cummings, the catcher, will come to the plate with 2 away. Throw to first base. Close play, but Napier dives back. The runner breaks for second. The pitch is in the dirt. A swing and a miss by Cyrus Cummings. And Napier advances to second base. And Fairland again with a runner in scoring position. Another little bloop. And maybe they pick up a run. Here's trying to prevent that. Cummings behind 0-1. Baker delivers, and that one's taken on the outside corner for a called strike 0-2. Cummings is 0 for 1 today. He grounded out to short back in the 3rd inning. And the 0-2. That one's in the dirt. Kicks away from Sutton, but he hustles to pick it up and chase Napier back to the bag at second base. 1 ball, 2 strikes. Napier leads at second. 2 away, 1-2 count to Cyrus Cummings. Baker sets and delivers the 1-2. That one misses outside, 2-2. Tried to get Cummings to chase that one away, but Cummings wanted nothing to do with that pitch. Another opportunity here with the 2-2 pitch. And a swing and a miss at the breaking ball. Cummings goes down on strikes, and that will retire the side. No runs, 1 hit, 1 runner left on base. Go to the bottom of the 5th. Fairland and Ironton tied at 1 here on Total Media Sports.
It takes a great team to achieve mission success, and the Ironton Fighting Tigers know that teamwork makes all the difference. The mission at the Armory Smokehouse is to deliver the highest quality food and excellent customer service to every guest. That's done through teamwork, communications, and respect. There's been many courageous men and women who have walked these very floors and have used the same philosophy while defending our freedom and country. The Armory Smokehouse, 920 Vernon Street, Ironton.
When you're looking for the deal that's right for you, and you want the best quality and service too, I'm gonna tell you about the place that you should try, and this will be the only place where you buy.
What do you look for in an insurance agency? Honesty, reliability, experience? You'll find them all and more at Sheer Mountain Insurance. Whether it's auto, home, life, business, or more, see Sheer Mountain Insurance, 209 South 3rd Street in Ironton. Call 740-532-8755 for affordable, reliable insurance when you need it most.
1-1 as we go to the bottom of the 5th inning. Ironton and Fairland all tied up here at Mike Burcham Field. Much different than the first game we saw these two teams play, where Ironton blanked the Dragons 8-0. Fairland High School. Braden Baker pitched a complete game shutout there. He has pitched 5 innings thus far today, has given up just 1 hit. But the Tigers still even at 1 here. Across the walkway or driveway here at the baseball softball complex, Ironton and Fairland are dueling on the softball field, and the Fighting Tigers unbeaten in the OVC. Remaining that way right now, they have a 7-1 lead over Fairland in the bottom of the 4th inning. Of course, Ironton will play Cabell Midland tomorrow in softball, and we will have that game for you right here on Total Media Sports. Cabell Midland, the number 1 team in West Virginia Class 4A. They are 16-1. It'll be a tough challenge for Coach Haley Stevens and the Fighting Tigers, but they are up for it as they have played very well this season. Unbeaten the first time through the league. Big win on the road at Coal Grove and Big win on the road at South Point as well. So we'll have that one for you again tomorrow at 5:30. All right, Jacob Hughes will lead things off for the Fighting Tigers. Sophomore has really struggled against Nolan Fleming here today. Takes the first pitch outside, ball one. Jacob is 0 for 2 with a couple of strikeouts. Fleming has pitched well. Given up just 2 hits and 1 run. Misses low with that one. 2-1. He has struck out 5 Fighting Tiger hitters today. Here's the 2-0 to Hughes. Breaking ball. That's taken at the knees for a called strike, 2-1. Portsmouth got out of the inning. Colgrove had the bases loaded. Colgrove could not score an additional run. It's 4-3, Portsmouth on top. Here's the 2-1. That one's taken at the letters for a called strike, 2-2. Big pitch here for Fleming. Trying to get the Ironton leading hitter out for the 3rd time today. Can't do it. That one bounces about 5 feet in front of home plate and kicks back to the backstop. So the counts run full to Hughes. Hughes, Kleinman, and Filyaw, the first 3 hitters in the Tiger 5th. Trying to go on top for the first time today. Fleming back to the mound in the windup and the payoff pitch. Jacob swings and sends a fly ball, first base side. Gillespie giving chase, but it will drop in between he, Aiden Napier, and Titus Martin, who all ran over trying to come up with that foul ball. But it's just another opportunity here for Hughes to see what he can do with a 3-2 count. Tigers have had the leadoff hitter on in 1 of the 4 innings thus far. That was in the first, and that was on an error. Here's the payoff pitch again. Hughes swings, fouls it into the mitts of catcher Cyrus Cummings, and that is strikeout number 3 today for Jacob Hughes, and strikeout number 6 on the afternoon for Nolan Fleming. Here's Tanner Kleinman. He is 1 for 2 today. Singled in his last at bat in the 3rd innings and stolen a base. So he takes this one inside, ball 1. He also grounded into a double play in the 1st inning. Kleinman takes a breaking ball low, 2-0. Kleinman, part of a good senior class here at Ironton. Breaking ball, lined to right field. Napier near the line already. Moves a few steps to his left, and he puts it away for out number 2. 2 outs, and senior Dawson Filyaw will stand in. We talked about the senior class for Ironton. Tanner Kleinman, Carson Freeman, Xander Hearn, who was injured, Braden Baker, Dawson Filyaw. Those guys have played a lot of ball together over the years. And Filyaw takes the first pitch high, ball 1 with a fastball. He's looking for his first hit of the day. He's 0 for 2. Grounded to second in the 2nd, struck out in the 3rd. And the 1-0 to him is taken for a called strike, 1-1. Two outs, 1-1 pitch, breaking ball, missing high and in, 2-1. It's kind of I would say quiet, not a lot of energy here at the ballpark today. At the student section here for the Rock Hill game, they were making all kinds of noise. There's a 2-1 swing and a miss. All speed inside, 2-2. Filyaw had hit in the 7 and 8 spot, but they bumped him up to the 5th spot last game and struggled. And he's in the 5th spot again today and 0 for 2. Lefty versus lefty, senior versus senior. These guys have faced each other a few times over the years as well. Here's the 2-2. Swung on, chopped foul at the plate. Now it remains 2-2. Fleming from the windup. And deals the 2-2 pitch, and that one misses well off the plate. Full count. Trying to get two-out base runner here. And the 3-2 swung on, and a fly ball into shallow center field. Evans giving chase, and he'll run this one down to retire the side. 3 up, 3 down for the Fighting Tigers in the 5th inning. That's the first time that has happened today. Nothing across. 5 complete at Mike Burcham Field. Still tied at 1 with Ironton and Fairland on Total Media Sports.
Every life tells a story that's worth remembering. Here at McCoy Funeral Home and Workman Monuments, we're honored to walk beside you, serving our community, friends, and families with compassion, care, and dignity. When you need us the most, we're here. Visit McCoymore.com and WorkmanMonuments.com to see how we can help guide you through life's most difficult moments.
This list is going to take forever.
At Home National Bank, we take the stress out of a busy day.
Well, I better get started.
With our detailed online and mobile banking, we can save you time for the important things you need to do. Visit any of our locations at Racine, Syracuse, Middleport, coming soon to Ravenswood, West Virginia.
Go to bank. Got that done. Now that was easy peasy lemon squeezy.
Home National Bank. It's easy peasy lemon squeezy. It's also FDIC insured and equal housing lender.
There's no better place.
5 complete here at Mike Burcham Field. Ironton Fairland all tied at 1 as the Dragons come up with the top of the order in the 6th inning. Today's game is brought to you in part by Holy Smokes Barbecue, Ohio Valley Bank, Schmidt Family Restaurants, Shearer Mountain Insurance, 2nd Street Auto Sales, Patties and Pints, the Armory Smokehouse, and Angel Tax and Bookkeeping. One. Brown will lead things off for the Dragons. The Tigers protecting against the bunt once again. Filia well in on the grass at first. Kleinman creeping in at third. Brown squares to bunt, pulls the bat back. No, he did not. He offered at that, so it is an 0-1 count. Brown is 0 for 2 today. He struck out in the 1st inning, reached base on an error in the 4th, eventually scored a run on a throwing error. And he is swinging away here. This one misses low and away, ball 1. Fairland, a lot of small ball opportunities here today. They've squared around quite a bit. A lost art form in baseball today. But small ball still works. Filia still well in on the grass at first base. Baker with a 1-1. Brown squares, and he pulled the bat back. They're going to ask him at first, did he go? He did not. Well, he's not going to say strike. 2 balls and a strike to Tanner Brown. Brown did try to dive out of the way of that fastball up and in. And now Filia is halfway down the line at first. Brown squares. This one gets by Sutton to the backstop. It's now a 3-1 count. Tell you, Filia is so close to home plate at first base. He could almost pull that little chart out of the back pocket of Tanner Brown. 3-1. And that one's taken low and away, ball 4. And the leadoff runner is aboard for Fairland. Baker's walk of the day. Check that, his 2nd walk of the day. I'm sorry. He walked Josh Gillespie in the 4th inning. So you got to expect a bunt once again with a runner at first base and nobody out. Tigers figuring out defensively how they're going to play this. Filia is holding on Brown at first, and now another timeout called by Chase LaPole, who goes down and talks to Coach Brown. So now you're in a situation with Filia playing at first, holding the runner on. He will probably stay. Tanner Kleinman will charge from 3rd, which means Baker will have to take the first base side on a bunt that way. Snap throw to first. They almost got. Oh, they did get him. Quick move by Baker, and they pick off Tanner Brown at first base. Caught him leaning, caught him napping. Good move by Baker. 1-3 on the putout. And that's one away. Drew Clark with hands on hips there at third base. LaPole squares to bunt. Curveball is taken for a called strike, 0-1. I mean, Philly's like Rizzo at first base. That far in, fastball misses outside, 1-1. Now he'll backpedal a little bit as LaPole showed no signs of bunting there. That's a big play right there for the Tigers. Now you take away the sacrifice opportunity. The windup, and LaPole takes the breaking ball low and away, 2-1. Baker running into a situation here in the sixth where he's falling behind in the count. He has on the first two hitters. Here's the 2-1, and that one's taken to the knees for a called strike, 2-2. Fairland still with just one hit here this afternoon. Baker kicks and deals the 2-2. That one misses low and away with the fastball, and the count is full once again. Well, you got a pickoff move at first, and now you've gone full. You want to get LaPole here. You don't want to put him on first base. Baker with a couple of walks here in the game. Senior gets the sign from Sutton, and the 3-2 pitch swung on, grounded up the middle. Freeman over, diving down. He makes the play, but he will not have a throw to first base. That'll be a single on the infield for Chase LaPole. Second hit of the day for Fairland. They picked up one in the fifth and one here in the sixth. So, again, a runner is at first base, one out, and Josh Gillespie will come to the plate. He'll check his chart and see if indeed he will be squaring to bunt. Again, the bunt defense here for the Tigers. Filia holding LaPole on at first base. Throw to first, not in time as LaPole dives back. I think he kind of learned from Tanner Brown getting picked off, not to get too far off the bag and caught leaning. Baker sets, throws to first again, and diving back just in time. I'll tell you what, a throw to the other side of the bag has LaPole picked off. But Filia had to reach across his body and come back with the tag. Baker sets, and the first pitch to Gillespie. As LaPole runs, the throw down to second base is in time. No, Jacob Hughes dropped the ball. Sutton with a throw right on the money, and Hughes couldn't hold on to it. So, runner in scoring position with one away. Call that a strike? I think he did. 0-1. Did we lose our center field camera? So we just got this view for the rest of the game. That's all right. We're here. No balls and a strike. Filia creeping in at first. Squares to bunt. Offers, yes. 0-2. Gillespie comes up empty there. So now he'll be swinging away. I can't expect him to square and bunt with two strikes. If he bunts foul, it's considered a strikeout. Baker with the 0-2 pitch. Gillespie takes low, the snap throw down to second base, and it actually hits the runner. Sutton trying to pick off LaPole, who he thought was getting off base a little bit too much, and it went right into the belly of Chase LaPole. 1 ball, 2 strikes. Top of the sixth inning, 1-1. Ironton and Fairland. Tigers trying to keep pace with Portsmouth and Gallia Academy in the OVC race. 6-1 on the season. Here's the 1-2. Nope, the throw back to second base. Off the glove of Freeman and into left center field, but Silas Ginger was backing up the throw. So LaPole will stay right at second base. Got Nolan Fleming on deck for the Dragons. Gillespie is 0 for 1 today, grounded out to second in the first, walked in the fourth. He's behind in the count 1-2, and Baker deals, and it's a foul ball off the mask of Ethan Sutton, so it stays 1-2. Ironton softball team stomping a mud hole in the Dragons today. It's 11-1 in the fifth inning. Ava Bill pitching for Ironton. 60 pitches, and you get out of this inning, and you get another Mercy Rule win. Here's the 1-2 from Baker. Gillespie swings and fouls this one back to the backstop. Stays 1 ball, 2 strikes. 10-run lead for the Tiger softball team in the fifth. Portsmouth and Colegrove still 4-3. Gallia Academy up 9-1 on South Point. 1 ball, 2 strikes. Baker checks the pole, delivers to the plate, swung on, lined into center field. That's going to drop in front of Ginger for a base hit. He will throw it in where it's cut off by Philyaw. So the Dragons have runners at first and third with 1 out after back-to-back base hits. 1 from LaPole, 1 from Gillespie, and Nolan Fleming will step to the plate. And you've got to think that Coach Drew Clark is going to send Josh Gillespie on the first pitch, trying to get 2 runners in scoring position. The defense is called by Ethan Sutton. Got a number of ways you can play this defensively, and we'll see which way the Tigers choose. Playing double play depth in the middle. Throw to first base. They got him again. Oh, come on. Philyaw put the tag down quick on Gillespie. Thought they had pickoff number 2 this inning, but the umpire on the left side of the infield, well off the line of sight for that. That would have been huge. Gillespie leads at first. Fleming squares to throw to first base again, and Gillespie gets back. And I don't anticipate Nolan Fleming to be bunting here, but just kind of squaring around and trying to throw things off a little bit. He pulls back. The throw is faked down to second base. So that'll be defensive indifference as Gillespie advances to second. The Dragons have runners at second and third with 1 away and an 0-1 count to Nolan Fleming. The infield has to come in here for the Tigers. Got some speed at third base in Chase LaPole. Gillespie quick himself at second base. Baker with a windup in the 0-1. Swung on, grounded to first. Philyaw picks it up. He touches the bag, throws home, and LaPole slides in safely. So an RBI for LaPole, for Gillespie, as that was really the only play he had as the ball was hit to his left. He had to backhand it. His momentum took him to first base, but the Dragons get the lead 2-1 on the RBI ground out from Nolan Fleming. And Gillespie will advance to third base. 2 away. And Matt Clark will stand in. First pitch to him. Check swing. Taken on the outside corner for a called strike, 0-1. Baker with the windup and the 0-1. Swing and a miss, 0-2. Chances running out for the Tigers here. They've got 6 outs left, and they're down by a run. Baker with the 0-2 pitch, and a swing and a foul at the plate. Stays no balls and 2 strikes. And you go back and you think Chase LaPole got that single and he would have been thrown out, but a drop ball at second base enabled him to stay there. He went to third and then eventually scored. Baker with the 0-2 to Matt Clark. Will have to wait as Clark calls time. Clark is 0 for 2 today, struck out in the second, grounded out to short in the fourth. Baker with the windup and the 0-2 pitch, and that one just misses off the plate. Baker wanted that one. He was headed off the mound, but misses just outside, a ball and 2 strikes. Here's the 1-2. Fastball misses high, 2-2. Baker's thrown 81 pitches today. Back to the mound. Clark back to the box. Here's the 2-2 with 2 away. Swung on, chopped to third. Kleiman will field it. Throw across is scooped up by Filyaw at first base. Low throw. And that's a tough play right there because the sun is right in the eyes of the first baseman. But he scoops it up, grabs the ball with his glove for out number 3. But the Dragons get an unearned run. They got 1 run on 2 base hits. There was 1 error and a runner left on base. Fairland back on top. They lead it 2-1 as we go to the bottom of the 6th here on Total Media Sports.
There's no better place to fuel up before the game or celebrate a Fighting Tiger win than Patties and Pints in downtown Ironton. From gourmet burgers to crisp wings and ice-cold drafts, Patties and Pints brings big flavor and hometown pride together under one roof. Bring your team, bring your appetite, and bring your Tiger spirit. Check out the menu and game day specials at pattiesandpints.com. Patties and Pints, where Ironton eats, drink, and cheers.
When you're looking for the deal that's right for you, and you want the best quality and service too, I'm gonna tell you about the place that you should try, and this will be the only place where you buy.
For all your insurance needs, call Sheer Mountain Insurance. As an authorized agent for Ohio Mutual Insurance Group, we have the protection that's right for you and your budget. Whether it's your auto, home, farm, business, or more, Sheer Mountain Insurance can create the right Ohio Mutual policy for you. Call us at 740-532-8755.
Big shout out to the Ironton Fighting Tigers.
Everybody at 2nd Street Auto Sales is cheering you on this season. If you need a car, talk to Tina. She's out there buying at auction, hunting for deals, and bringing them back to Ironton just for you. And if she doesn't have what you're looking for, no worries. She'll find it for you because that's what she does. She sells cars and lots of them.
Quick in between innings there as Carson Freeman will lead things off for the Tigers. He fouls one back to the backstop on his first pitch. No balls and a strike. Freeman 0 for 2 today. Reached base on an error in the second. Grounded out to the pitcher in the fourth. Fairland with a run, an unearned run in the top half of the 6th inning, puts them on top 2-1. They led it 1-0. The Tigers answered with a run in the bottom of the 4th after Fairland scored 1 in the top. Breaking ball missing outside, 1-1 to Freeman. But then Fairland gets a run in the 6th to go up 2-1. There's a 1-1. Freeman chops this one back to the mound, scooped up by Fleming. He'll toss it over to first base in time for out number 1 in the Tiger 6th. Bring up Noah Jones. You go back a few years, and we've seen some 2-1 games between these two as Jones checks his swing and Fleming misses ball 1. Oh, come on. He said he went. Wow. I don't think that was a good call either. Jones, pop fly, foul territory, first base side. It's dropped. Gillespie dropped the ball. So Noah Jones gets new life here, but he's still behind in the count. No balls and 2 strikes. The team split back in 2023. Ironton won a game 2-1 here against Fairland, and in 2022, the Dragons won 2-1 here at Ironton. We've had some 2-1 games here. We've got that one right now. Here's the 0-2. Jones chops this one right back to the box. Fleming fields and throws over in time to Gillespie for out number 2. Quickly, 2 up and 2 down for the Tigers in the 6th, and both have been ground outs to the pitcher. Jackson Lavender will step to the plate. Lavender 1 for 2. Struck out looking in the 2nd. Got his first varsity hit, a single and an RBI in the 4th inning, providing the Tigers with their only run today, and he comes up empty with this offering from Fleming. No balls and a strike. Oh, 1 misses off the plate. 1 ball, 1 strike. Well, this would be a huge, huge upset win for Drew Clark and his young Fairland Dragons if they are able to hold on here, and Fleming has done a tremendous job keeping Ironton at bay offensively. A ball and 2 strikes. Ironton just 4 hits today. Here's the 2-1. Lavender swings and misses, 2-2. Lavender hit a 2-strike single in his last at bat. He'll have to protect the plate here. Again, 2-2. And that one is a breaking ball that just misses, and I think the Dragon side wanted that one. Full count. Fleming, the senior, back to the mound with a payoff pitch to the freshman Jackson Lavender. Swung on, grounded at shortstop. Tanner Brown fields it. Long throw in time to retire the side. 6-3 on the putouts, and you can hear the energy from the Fairland side as they get Ironton 3 up and 3 down for the 2nd straight inning. 7 straight retired by Nolan Fleming, and we'll go to the 7th inning. Tigers down 2-1 here on Total Media Sports.
Big shout out to the Ironton Fighting Tigers.
Everybody at 2nd Street Auto Sales is cheering you on this season. If you need a car, talk to Tina. She's out there buying at auction, hunting for deals, and bringing them back to Ironton just for you. And if she doesn't have what you're looking for, no worries. She'll find it for you, because that's what she does. She sells cars, and lots of them. 2nd Street Auto Sales in Ironton. Honest deals. Hometown service.
Go Tigers!
Big news! Buffalo Wild Wings has great wing deals for you all week long. Come in every Tuesday for Wing Tuesdays. Grab the crew and come in for traditional wings, buy one, get one 50% off. And every Thursday is Boneless Thursday, where you'll get buy one, get one free on the delicious boneless wings. And have them spun in one of their 26 sauces and seasonings. Get them spicy, get them sweet, or get them plain. It's only at Buffalo Wild Wings in Ironton. Price and participation may vary. See server for details. Tax fees extra. Not valid with other offers.
It takes a great team to achieve mission.
6 innings complete here at Mike Burcham Field. Fairland 2 runs, 3 hits, 4 errors, and 3 runners left on base. Ironton 1 run, 4 hits, 3 errors, and 7 left on base. 6, 7, and 8 due up for Fairland against Braden Baker. Titus Martin, the second baseman, will lead things off as Fairland gets some activity in the bullpen down the right field line. It looks like Tanner Brown is going out to loosen up a little bit. Titus Martin at the plate, squares to bunt, offers at it, and comes up empty. Baker jumps ahead in the count 0-1. Braden Baker, again, has given up just 3 hits today. Both runs scored by Fairland are unearned runs. Here's the 0-1, and again, Martin squares, but this one misses low and away. A ball and a strike. 7 strikeouts for Braden Baker today. Corners well in. Bilyaw at first, Kleinman at third. Baker has gone the distance for the Tigers thus far. And another offering on a breaking ball. Baker ahead in the count 1-2. Baker at 85 pitches right now. 86 pitches, I'm sorry. 1 ball, 2 strikes. Titus Martin takes it on the outside corner for a called strike. Third time today that Martin has gone down on strikes, the first time looking. And Braden Baker picks up strikeout number 8 for out number 1 in the Dragons' 7th. Landon Evans will step to the plate, and the Tigers still guarding against a bunt. And Fairland squares to bunt, and that one, I guess, misses high, ball 1. Evans is 0 for 2 today, struck out in the 3rd. Was put out 2-4 on a bunt attempt in the 5th inning when he squared to bunt and went out of the batter's box. Squares again, and he offers again, and the count evens at a ball and a strike. Bottom half of the order for Fairland, not afraid to square around. Really, I would say 8 of the 9 not afraid to square around. They'll check him again. Did he go? Ask the umpire. He did. Wow. Tigers get a call there. 1 ball, 2 strikes. To Landon Evans, Dragon center fielder. Sutton setting up outside. Baker deals it right there on the corner, and it's a called strike. 2 up and 2 down. Back-to-back backward Ks for Braden Baker. Strikeout number 9 on the day. Evans striking out for the 2nd time this afternoon, and Aiden Napier will come to the plate. Napier, freshman, 1 for 2 today. First pitch to him is a breaking ball that misses inside, ball 1. He struck out looking in the 3rd and singled in the 5th, also stole a base. If you're looking ahead to the bottom of the 7th, it will be 9-1-2 due up for the Fighting Tigers, needing at least 1 as of now. Fastball catches the corner, 1-1, provided that Fairland doesn't add any more to their 1-run lead here. Baker into the windup and the 1-1. That one's chopped foul, third base side. And Baker is ahead with a 1-2 count. Needing a strike or needing an out right here is Braden Baker, the senior. Ball, 2 strikes, 2 outs. Top of the 7th with the Dragons on top 2-1. Baker delivers. That one misses well off the plate. Fastball 2-2. 7-2 overall, 6-1 in the OVC. They've won 6 straight against the Dragons in this series. Here's a 2-2, and that one is a fastball that misses away, 3-2. Fairland trying to even their league mark at 500, 3-4. Got to hand it to them. They came to play today. You can tell the energy in that dugout here in the 7th. Baker with the payoff pitch. Outside, ball 4. 2-out walk to the number 8 hitter, and Cyrus Cummings will step to the plate. That is the 3rd walk given up by Braden Baker today. And a little timeout as Coach John Hunt will bring the infield to the mound and check on Baker. See how he's doing and set up the defense again with 2 away in the 7th. And the number 9 hitter up, Cyrus Cummings. And again, I wouldn't expect him to be bunting in this situation, but with Coach Clark, you never know. try to make something happen. You've got your senior at the plate, Cummings, who is 0 for 2 today, grounded out to short in the third, struck out in the fifth. Baker working from the stretch. It's a final from the softball field. Ironton beats Fairland 11-1. Tigers remain unbeaten in the OVC, working their way through the league the second time. Big game tomorrow against Cabell Midland on the softball field. We'll have it for you right here on Total Media Sports. First pitch to Cummings, the catcher, and he watches the fastball sail high and outside, ball one. Cummings taking some time, looking down to third base. The head coach, Drew Clark. Baker sets, and the throw to first base. Napier back in time. Kleinman in on the grass at third. Here's the 1-0, and a snap throw to first base. They almost had him a little quicker there down the line with that throw, and again, Napier may be picked off, but he dives back to the base, and it's a 2-0 count to Cyrus Cummings. Baker approaching that 100-pitch mark here this afternoon. Here's the 2-0. Cummings squares to bunt and does so foul. Again, like I said, I wouldn't expect him to bunt, but I wouldn't be surprised by it. And he did there. Now it's a 2-1 count with 2 away. And again, trying to push that one down the first base line. Forcing a tough play for either Baker or Filyaw charging from first. But again, Dawson is holding the runner at first. Here's a 2-1. Again, Cummings squares the snap throw to first. Not in time. Pitch was called a ball. It is now 3-1. And Baker's going to have to lock in and focus here to battle back to get the number 9 hitter. You don't want to go back to the top. You try to get out of this one on very minimal damage. Baker sets. And the 3-1. And that one misses high and away, ball 4. Square to bunt, try to obstruct the zone there, the strike zone. And back-to-back 2-out walks will flip the lineup, and we go back to the top of the order for the Dragons, and Tanner Brown, the shortstop, will stand in. Brown is 0 for 2 today. Baker working from the stretch with runners at first and second. Brown squares to bunt and pulls back, but it's taken for a called strike, 0-1. Brown struck out in the first, reached base on an error in the fourth inning, and scored on a throwing error. Then he walked in the sixth, but was then picked off at first base. No balls and a strike. Brown squaring again, offers again, and it's 0-2. Tigers had Kleinman staying back at third, Filyaw charging at first, and Hughes covering first. No balls and 2 strikes. Freshman Tanner Brown. And Baker deals breaking ball, fouled out of play, right side. Count stays at no balls and 2 strikes. Gallia Academy beat South Point 12-2, 10-run win for them, so they remain atop the OVC with a 7-1 record. Portsmouth still in a battle at Colegrove. They lead the Hornets 4-3 after 6. Here's the 0-2 from Baker. Brown swings and misses to retire the side. So Baker gets 3 strikeouts in the inning, and the Dragons strand 2. Final chance coming up for the Fighting Tigers. They trail at 2-1. Bottom of the 7th coming up on Total Media Sports.
It takes a great team to achieve mission success, and the Ironton Fighting Tigers know that teamwork makes all the difference. The mission at the Armory Smokehouse is to deliver the highest quality food and excellent customer service to every guest. That's done through teamwork, communications, and respect. There's been many courageous men and women who have walked these very floors and have used the same philosophy while defending our freedom and country. The Armory Smokehouse, 920 Vernon Street, Ironton.
When you're looking for the deal that's right for you, and you want the best quality and service too, I'm gonna tell you about the place that you should try, and this will be the only place where you buy.
What do you look for in an insurance agency? Honesty, reliability, experience? You'll find them all and more at Sheer Mountain Insurance. Whether it's auto, home, life, business, or more, see Sheer Mountain Insurance, 209 South 3rd Street in Ironton. Call 740-532-8755 for affordable, reliable insurance when you need it most.
New pitcher for the Fairland Dragons trying to get the save is freshman Tanner Brown. There's an opportunity for him as Tanner Brown on the season is 1-1 with a 2.90 earned run average. He's appeared in 4 games, 9 2/3 innings pitched. He's given up 6 hits, 4 runs, all 4 earned, no walks, and 16 strikeouts. So he'll put it over the plate. We'll see if the Tigers can get something going here in the 7th inning. Nolan Fleming, 6 innings pitched. He gave up 4 hits, 1 run, and it was an unearned run. He walked 1 and struck out 6. He is in line for the win if the Dragons can hold on. Now we'll get a pinch hitter for the Fighting Tigers. Owen Gallion is out. Beckett Townsend will hit. Townsend hitting for the first time this season. The sophomore takes the first pitch right down the middle for a called strike, 0-1. Townsend watches the first pitch at the knees for a called strike. He's behind 0-2. It's 9-1-2. Due up here in the 7th for the Fighting Tigers. And the 0-2 swung on and fouled back and out of play. Townsend, the sophomore, hitting for the first time this season in a regular season game. Had some at-bats in the scrimmage games. He's behind 0-2, and another foul back and out of play. Staying alive. No balls and 2 strikes. Braden Baker on deck. Tigers down by a run. And a breaking ball is lined into right center field. That's down for a base hit. Beckett Townsend with his first base hit of the season. The Tigers have the leadoff hitter aboard, and the tying run is now at first base. So now you're in a situation where you run for Townsend, or you're going to keep him out there at first. We got the top of the order up. Braden Baker, who has 1 hit today, 3 at-bats. Good job there from Rizla. Beckett Townsend with that single. All right, Chase LaPole. Well, nope, that's not Chase LaPole now. Chase LaPole's at second base. They moved Gillespie to third. Gillespie is in on the grass at third. Baker swings and sends a long fly ball into left field. Bumgard is back on it, and he will make the catch. Boy, Baker crushed that ball, but Owen Bumgard just backpedaled and made that catch for out number 1. It's going to take a shot to get out of the ballpark here. I've seen very few over the last few years, but that was a shot. But Bumgard was right there for out number 1. Ethan Sutton to the plate. Again, the tying run is at first base. Tigers trying to get him around. Again, Tanner Brown on the mound, working from the stretch. And time is called by Sutton. Play some small ball here. You can. Not necessarily a bunt, but just station to station. Again, there's a big gap in right center field. If Sutton can get one over there, he takes the first pitch, a breaking ball, low, ball one. So you've got Gillespie at third on their defensive changes, and LaPole goes to second. Here's the breaking ball that's taken at the letters for a called strike. 1-1 to Sutton. Top RBI man on the team. He is 1 for 3 today. Singled in the first, reached base on an error in the third, and flew out to center in the fourth. 1 ball, 1 strike, 1 out. Sutton takes the breaking ball low, 2-1. I think that moved Titus Martin over to shortstop with their defensive changes. That pitch misses low and away, 3-1. It's a big position here to put freshman on the mound trying to shut down Ironton and save the game for the Dragons after a fine pitching performance from Nolan Fleming. 3 balls, 1 strike, 1 out. Bottom of the 7th, Tigers down by 1. Brown deals. Sutton chops this one up the middle. That one is scooped up by LaPole. He touches second for 1. On to first in time for the double play. And the Dragons have upset the Fighting Tigers. Second double play of the game turned by the Dragons, and they beat Ironton 2-1. 4 unassisted and 4-3 on the putouts. And the Tigers lose for the first time against the Dragons in 7 tries. So Ironton sees its record drop to 7-3, 6-2 now in the OVC. They fall behind Portsmouth and Fairland Portsmouth and Gallia Academy by a game. Fairland now 6-8, 4-4 in the league. No runs, 1 hit, no errors, no runners left on base for the Tigers in the 7th inning, and the Dragons win it by a score of 2-1. We're going to step aside for a moment. We'll come back to wrap things up here from Mike Burcham Field on Total Media Sports.
Every life tells a story that's worth remembering. Here at McCoy Funeral Home and Workman Monuments, we're honored to walk beside you, serving our community, friends, and families with compassion, care, and dignity. When you need us the most, we're here. Visit McCoymore.com and WorkmanMonuments.com to see how we can help guide you through life's most difficult moments.
This list is going to take forever.
At Home National Bank, we take the stress out of a busy day.
Well, I better get started.
With our detailed online and mobile banking, we can save you time for the important things you need to do. Visit any of our locations at Racine, Syracuse, Middleport, coming soon to Ravenswood, West Virginia.
Go to bank. Got that done. Now that was easy peasy lemon squeezy.
Home National Bank. It's easy peasy lemon squeezy. It's also FDIC insured and equal housing lender.
There's no better place to fuel up.
Fairland gets the upset win today over Ironton at Mike Burcham Field by a score of 2-1. Nolan Fleming, 6 innings pitched, 4 hits, 1 run. It was unearned. 1 walk and 6 strikeouts. He picks up the win, his second of the season. He's now 2-2. Tanner Brown picks up his 3rd save of the season. He went 1 inning, gave up a hit, no runs, no earned run, no walks, and no strikeouts. Ironton with the loss. Braden Baker falls 2-2 on the season. He goes 7 innings. Tough luck for him. He gives up 3 hits, 2 runs. Neither of them were earned. 4 walks and 9 strikeouts. for the Ironton senior. Fairland picked up a run in the fourth. Ironton answered with one in the bottom of the fourth. Then Fairland scores in the sixth inning after a walk and then a pickoff. Chase LaPole and Josh Gillespie go back-to-back with singles. Nolan Fleming with the infield drawn in hits a ground ball that Dawson Filia fielded and got the out at first base. Didn't have a play at the plate. That was the go-ahead and eventual winning run. And then the Tigers came up in the bottom of the sixth inning. They went 3 up and 3 down. The seventh inning, they had a little life as pinch hitter Beckett Townsend singled to right field. But Braden Baker had a long fly out to left field for out number 1. And then Ethan Sutton grounds into a double play to end the game. And the Fighting Tigers lose to the Fairland Dragons here this afternoon by a score of 2-1. With the loss, the Fighting Tigers fall to 7-3 overall, 6-2 in the OVC. Fairland improves to 6-8, 4-4 in the OVC. And again, the Fighting Tigers will now fall a game off the pace of the two teams tied for the league lead now in Gallia Academy and Portsmouth. Gallia Academy beat South Point 12-2 today. Portsmouth and Colgrove delayed after six innings. I'm not sure what the situation is there, but that one is delayed. If Colgrove can get that win, that would definitely help the Fighting Tigers because they still have to play Portsmouth Friday, and they have to play Gallia down the road at Gallia Academy. Just a reminder, our next broadcast is tomorrow night. We have softball coming up as Ironton takes on Cabell Midland. Fighting Tigers softball team under Coach Haley Stevens picked up a win today over Fairland 11-1, and they will play tomorrow at home against Cabell Midland, the number 1 team in West Virginia Class 4A, 16-1 on the season. We look forward to that. Our next baseball broadcast will be May 1st when the Fighting Tigers play host to the Colgrove Hornets right here from Mike Burcham Field. So that is going to wrap it up here from Mike Burcham Field. Thanks to our crack staff of Total Media on the cameras and producing for us here today. Thank our sponsors, Holy Smoke Barbecue, Ohio Valley Bank, Schmidt Family Restaurants, Sheer Mountain Insurance, 2nd Street Auto Sales, Patties and Pints, the Armory Smokehouse, and Angel Tax and Bookkeeping. I'm Jason Filia saying once again the final score, Fairland wins it over Ironton by a score of 2-1. This has been a presentation of Total Media Sports. Good evening, everyone.